All right, so y'all, this High Time Reviews. We doing Love During Lockup, season 3, episode 65. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand why it doesn't have its own season. It's a spinoff of Love After Lockup, which is a show where people go on there and they're dating inmates, either have dated inmates or currently are dating an inmate at the moment, which I think is a pretty crazy concept for a show. But all right, moving on. So we start the show with Indy and Harry. Harry is 23. He's been arrested for aggravated robbery and kidnapping. And then Indy is from Maryland, and she's a makeup artist, and she's 29. So he's a lot younger than her, and he's got some pretty serious charges. So let's jump straight in. First things first, Indy's mother, I like her mother. She's a PI as well as a bounty hunter. So you already know she's on him. Like, she's on Harry's case. So she last week she went and met with her psychic or whatever, and I'm guessing from the meeting she had with the psychic, she felt like it was okay for her to move from Maryland, pack up her and her daughter, and move from Maryland to Ohio, even though this man is currently incarcerated at the moment. He should be getting out soon, according to her psychic. But he ain't out yet. And she done moved from Maryland to Ohio. All right. So y'all get that part. All right, bet. All right, cool. So she goes to Ohio. No place to stay. No plans. No job. So she goes meets Harry's sister. I think her name like Lydia or something like that. So she telling Lydia like, oh yeah, my psychic said I should come here. Also, my psychic said he gonna get out in a few weeks. So I'm here. I packed up and I came, and no plan. I'm just here. The sister looking at her like she crazy. She first one was,
come in.
This is nice.
Thank you.
I like this little setup.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you want to go sit?
Yeah, come on.
look at the sister apartment talking about, oh, this is nice. I like this setup. It's just 2 couches and a table. It's just couch, love, seat, table. It's not that exciting. First and foremost, what you're doing is you're trying to put your bed in, talking about, I can sleep there. Talking about, see that couch there? I can sleep there. No, Indy, you're not sleeping in that lady's house. You're not staying there. And the sister made it very clear, like, I don't got no space for all that. So, I mean, I hope you wasn't thinking you were staying here. So I guess she got that out the way. Granted, she don't tell her she crazy about the psychic to her face. She said in the confessional. She said in the confessional that she think that she crazy for leaving her full life up to a psychic. And she moving based off the psychic. So, like I said, they talking. She telling her, you know, how much she love Harry. Whoopty whoopty whoop. How he said they want to get married and have kids and this, that, and the third. The sister like, kids? My brother? So she know her brother playing him. But she can't. But again, she not about to throw him under. So she's just gonna sit there, nod her head, smile a little bit, entertain the old girl, and let her leave. And that's pretty much what happened. But before that, she told her that Harry got a jail tat with her name and her daughter's name. Did you see it? Have you physically seen a tat? Are y'all doing virtual visits? Have you seen this tattoo? This jail tattoo? And the sister's like, oh. The sister looking crazy. All this don't sound like her brother to her. So somebody lying. And I'm thinking it's her. He's 23. He definitely lying. He definitely lying. And he got this lady sending him money and traveling around the world with no plans. So she out here looking crazy. Down bad. Got Merlin. Down bad. Thank you, Indy. All right? Appreciate it. Next scene, we got Ty. Ty is messing with Heidi. I think he go by Rio as well. But the thing is, he got a third girl that been around for 12 years. Her name is Boston. So Boston has leaked Ty's nudes on Instagram. So Ty want to fight. So Ty is at a friend of hers salon, and she's supposed to be waiting for Miss Boston to pull up. So I guess, like I said, they about to fight or do whatever they can do on camera before the security break it up. So she's sitting there waiting. She talking to Heidi's sister, and the only reason why Heidi's sister feel guilty is because she done hooked. She hooked Ty and her brother up. So, but here's the thing. I'm inclined to believe that the sister know about the other girl too, and she's lying to Ty about not knowing this girl. How is this girl claiming that she's been around for 12 years and you don't know her and you're his sister? I mean, granted, keep the lie alive because, I mean, that's your brother. So, do what you gotta do. All right, so she talking to Ty, and eventually Ty end up talking her down because she real hot. She done ran out the door thinking she meeting up with the girl. It's the whole wrong girl. She like, what's your name? She like, oh no, I'm such and such. She like, oh my bad, I thought you was somebody else. No, calm your ass down. Cause I would hate for you to be doing all that and then get your ass whooped on camera. So just I don't know if WeTV is cutting it that big, but that might not be worth it. So eventually, Heidi's sister talk her down. They sitting there and she like, yeah. Plus, like, I feel like you should do it on your terms. Woobity woobity whoop. All right, so she gaslight her to leave. So she like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight in these people's salon. I'ma just go and I'ma tell her to meet me somewhere else on another time, another location on my terms. I'm like, all right, cool, I guess you could pull that. So she does that, and then 5 minutes after that, of course, Miss Boston pulled up.
Where is she at?
First, I'm not gonna say she looked ready, but she looked ready. So she busts up in the salon. She like, where's she at? And Heidi's sister like, look, she left, but you need to sit down. Let me talk to you. And she telling the sister like, yeah, I leaked the news. She straight up, Shelly kid. She like, yeah, I leaked the news. She like, I got his password to his inbox. So I seen him and I posted him. Like, she like, I've been around 12 years. I'm like, well, there you go. So that ain't much. They don't even talk about much. I mean, granted, like I said, she tried to talk everybody down because the sister gotta be lying. The sister lying about something. But like I said, that's her brother. I don't expect her to throw her brother under the bus, so it is what it is. So the next scene after that, yeah, well, before that, what's her name is literally just saying like, Ty is just a cash grab for Heidi. She like, what? You just a dumb broad that's sending money. She like, I've been around 12 years and I'm probably not even sending them as much as you sending them on a weekly. So she like definitely got the leverage, she feel like. So we gonna move on from that scene. So it's Santiba and Telsey. Santiba is like, let me see. Santiba is like a Jersey chick. She up in there, like, let me see. I think she up in her 30s or something like that. She might be like 29 or something like that. Nah, she in her mid-30s. She look like she in her mid-30s. But either way, she dating Telsey, younger guy. And I guess Telsey about to get out, so she all hype or whatever. She meeting up with her homegirls. They're having wine, and she's super excited. She's telling them, and her friends is gassing her up. This is not what your friends should do. So she telling her friends like, finally I can stop sending the nasty emails, you know. So then she basically go into a descriptive conversation with how the emails have to be, but then she said it kind of sucked because the CEO's got to read it. All right, well, baby, again, this is what you signed up for. What you want? So they go out, because I guess she having like her little last supper, because she about to pack up and go pick him up when he get out, because like I said, he's about to get released. So she's saying her goodbyes to everybody. I know they looking at her like she crazy, but they gonna drink with her. They gonna sit there and they gonna drink with her, and they gonna talk about the shit like they don't care nor think that she's crazy, but they think she's crazy. Straight up. Like, I think she's crazy. Do y'all think? Listen, here's my question to the viewers: is this whole shit crazy? Like I said, I get when you date a person and then something happens and they go to jail. Now you go, if you real, or if you can do it, you're gonna stick it out. Now to pursue a person in jail because you feel like the connection is deeper because it's just conversation. What's gonna happen when that bird is all talked out? When they get out, they're gonna fly free without you. They out of there. They all that emotional shit, all that shit that they probably should have talked to a therapist about, they done got off on you, and now they're a better person than they're gone. I promise you. It's a waste of time. So we're gonna move on to the next scene. We got Haley and Dalton. Now Dalton come from a good family. So Dalton kind of like got a good life. Now his mother and them, his parents and them is not fucking with Haley. They like, Haley, you not picking him up. Like, we picking him up. You not picking him up. She done already gave the nigga $20,000 because she had a settlement for like $80,000. She gave the nigga $20,000 so far. I guess in between calls, commissary, all that shit. So last week or whatever, he was pressing her for a little extra $500, just randomly. So I guess she didn't give him the money. I don't recall or not. I can't remember because I only peeked at the episode last week. So her lawyer, the one who won her the settlement for her car accident, calls her up and he's like, okay, so I didn't did my due diligence. I done looked into this nigga. He has an ex-girlfriend who's facing some charges and she got a fine. And he straight up tell her like, to fine $500.
Yes.
I have paperwork in front of me that she owes right at $500 in fines. It's my firm belief that Dalton asked you to give him money so he could give it to his old girlfriend. That's what I truly believe. Haley.
That really pisses.
The money he was asking you for, I'm inclined to believe that he was going to use that money to pay her fines. She immediately breaks down and starts crying. Why? You done already gave $20,000. I'll be honest, if you got it to give like that, what's $500 more? And that's probably how he look at it. She should have played tight with that money from Jump Street. She should have been like, no, I'm holding it for when we get together, when you get out. She was already ready to buy a house, all this shit. Like, for them, for when he get out. But his parents was going to block it, so I don't even know why she even did that. She acting crazy. And like I said, so the lawyer basically tell her, like, it's not a good play. I don't think you should give him no more money. Stop fucking with him. Whatever the case may be. Like I said, she's heartbroken. But he's young and he's smart. She said it. She said he's intelligent. So I feel like she knows he's smart. He knows he's smart. And he might know that she's not that smart. So he playing her right out of position. Straight up. Straight out of position. So. And then now she mad at Dalton. No, be mad at yourself. Talk about I should tell Dalton to F him. No, F you. For thinking that was the good play. Because now you out here looking crazy, Haley. And Dalton then cashed in all your shit. And he almost got the money for his ex-bitch. And now you feel like you wasted money. No. You should have feel like you wasted money after $5 grand. When you got that first cell phone bill with all them jail calls on there, that would have been the first time I felt like I had done too much. Fuck is you talking about? You can only call me one time from the jail phone. That's it. For me to call your lawyer, and they better be a fucking family member. Because if not, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not taking no jail calls, and I know what it never looked like, so I'm not taking it. There you have it. Moving on. We back to Indy and her. Indy, like I said, Indy done moved all the way across town. She all the way in Ohio. Her mother and them, they're doing their due diligence. Her mother called her PI bounty hunter friends, and she done got somebody connected that's live in Ohio that's a retired cop. So he basically tell her all the details of his case. Straight up, what happened, where it was at, how it went down, who was there. She like, well, I mean, I guess it's it's public records. So I guess it ain't really wrong for him to tell her what happened because it's probably public records. And I guess they in some sort of law enforcement community. I'm gonna call it that. So he tell her like straight up, like he a dangerous man. He might not have been in the gang, but the dude who was running with him when they did the crime was in the gang. So they usually get the tattoo to represent the gang. So she like, well, when I seen him, he ain't had that particular tattoo, but she like, I would have to see him in person. So the dude tells her like, they basically scope out some dude in the parking lot of a convenience store. They run down on him, put the gun to him, tell him, you know, we're gonna run your pockets and you gonna run this ATM. So they take him into the convenience spot, they press him at the ATM, they make him get the shit out. Somehow he get away. They chase him. They do chase him. And then of course somebody intervened, and that's the only way that the shit ended. And then they ran off. So I'm assuming that it was some video footage. Of course, you ran him into a convenience store. Like, you was definitely gonna be on camera. So, and Harry, if you gotta talk into that was dumb. All right, moving on. So now the mother know all the details of the case, so she feel as though she gonna present that information to Indy and hope that change her mind. She's just gonna hope. But again, Indy out here listening to a fucking psychic. She not about to listen to her mother. I'm sorry. Or her brother. She don't care. Like, she don't care. They be dumb on here. Like, they be real live, like, stuck on stupid. But I'm gonna let them have it. So we got Max and Tara. It's a bad combo. From episode 1, Max, you was getting ghosted by this girl. You had took a shower, put on cologne, made a whole dinner, we wiped down your laptop, gelled your hair, everything. Shaved everything. And just to get ghosted for your FaceTime dinner. And she don't have no explanation. And then last week or the week before last, he called the jail. She's out. She been out. Been out, living her life. Left Max behind. That's what I'm saying. See? It ain't worth it, bro. It's not worth it to be out here chasing these convicts because, like I said, they're gonna be all talked out, and then they're gonna dip on you. So Max and Tara is a prime example of how that happens. So he talking to his homeboy because, mind you, where he was living at first, him and the girl was roommates, but they was doing like OnlyFans together, and I guess it got serious, and she was trying to make it more, and he wasn't because he was talking to Tara, so she basically kicked him out. She like, I don't want to hear about this MA bitch, so she kicked him out. So he's staying at his homeboy house with his dog, and yeah. So he comes in and he sees him and he's like getting ready for a date, but with somebody else. So I'm like, all right, I'm proud of Max. I'm like, all right, cool, man. You about to go on a date with somebody else instead of sitting by this phone waiting for the convict to call. And at some point in time after the conversation with him and his friend, he get a call. And like I said, he ain't talked to Tara in weeks, and Tara calls. So him and Tara end up rapping for like 40 minutes. And he all smitten by the fact that she called and she flirted with him a little bit. She told him she was gonna show him a pussy, and he tried FaceTime and she like, oh no, I was in the garden. I don't want you to see me like this. You gonna wait till later? He like, all right, cool, whatever. But then he like, look, you been out. When can I see you? She like, oh, we gonna have to talk about it. I said, oh God. I said, she ain't trying to see this man. She not. At all. And his homeboy, he excused his homeboy out the room for this phone call. Canceling his date because of this phone call. His homeboy like, I think she manipulating you. And he like, I think you playing right into it. It backs you up. Because why in the hell would you ever cancel your date? You was already going, regardless. Like, I mean, you were still thinking about it. So it wasn't like you wasn't thinking about her and you set your date up. No, you was thinking about her. And you set your date up. So it's not like there should be no guilt. Trust me, she's talking to someone else too. Go on your date, brother. Go on your date. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Alright? Moving on. How many of y'all would even be doing this, bro? How many of y'all would be dating these convicts? Please comment down in the bottom. Like, what are you doing? So he keep telling her, he literally keep telling her that his friends think she a catfish and she 400 pounds, which I find hilarious. But that's it with that scene with them two. And he really just out here being crazy because, like I said, I don't want him on my date. So they literally have a scene right after that with Max and his best friend riding scooters. And he's talking about how he don't know how to ride a bike, this, that, and that. What does that have to do with the show? What does any of that? They literally wasted film footage. Oh, you know what it was? His other scene must not have met the requirements on time. So they used that bullshit ass scene to fill in the rest of it. Seriously, that's sad. So then you got Gabby and Christopher. Gabby is from Jersey. She's from Orange, Jersey. And then Christopher, I'm assuming Christopher must be from New York. So Gabby, she went into the city, she going to go meet, not the city, she looked like, I don't know where she at, but it's definitely New York. So she meeting up with Steven. Steven is Christopher's brother. She only want to meet up with Steven because Christopher's ex-girlfriend called her with an audio message of them two talking. Christopher and the ex-girlfriend talking, and him saying that Gabby's not his wife, even though they're engaged, even though he literally paid for a ring from jail from his $50,000 settlement and paid for her to get a ring, and gave her $60,000 that she didn't use to pay her student loans. She bought a car, she paid off most of her bills, and she paid her rent. I said, oh, I guess we both live there. We both must live there. And I'm telling you, when I'm getting out, I'm staying there. I'm getting paroled there. I'm like, oh yeah, I can show you where I sent a large sum of money to this person to put on this rent. Yeah, I'm living there. I don't, you know, listen. If I'm not living in there in the same bed, man, I'm taking the couch. So she talking to the brother, and she want the brother to tell her if he's messing around with Shannon. Now, Shannon is the ex-girlfriend. Shannon bad. She all right. I'm looking at her. I see her. She's okay. I mean, he probably is still talking to her. So, Steven, like, listen, from what I know, he fuck with you. But here's the thing. We need to know if you riding with him the way you want him to ride with you. So at the end of the day, you done came all the way up here to talk to me, but is you real? And I said, well, I guess he must know about the money. Or he must know about the fact that 2 episodes ago, she tried to take $20,000 out of his settlement money, $20,000 to $30,000 out of his settlement money to secure a venue and a dress for they wedding. Calm down. And then got mad because she couldn't get the money because he was on lockdown. So she couldn't get approval. Gonna tell the lawyer. Any other time, he do it for you. Any other time, he not on lockdown. Sorry, babe. You gonna have to wait. She wowed the lawyer out. Had a conversation with his mother, called her a piece of shit, called her a bitch. All that, everything. So, Steven straight tell her, like, look, if you really down for him and you trying to be in his family, you need to make a better impression on me, my mother, my sister, and my aunts. Like, cause he tell her straight up, like, that's the only way it's gonna work.
We mold that in together because those are ladies of his life, just like you're the lady of his life. That you're his main right now. They want to make sure you got his best interest before they just sign them off to you, basically. We just don't want that crashing and falling down on him. You understand what I'm saying? My mom's...
And you need to be being real. And she swearing she real. She swearing she there for him. But I'm like, Gabby, you're a little spoiled book. So I think, like, you just in it for what's in it for you. That's what it looked like to me. Bought that big dumb ass ring. What did you buy and put in his name? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you was really down to ride for him, you should have bought that BMW and put it in his name. If you gonna take his money and do that, you should have did that. I mean, anybody in the comment, let me know, like, would you have done that for your spouse? Like, I think if you want to do something for somebody, at least get them something to come home to, especially if they about to get out. So, like I said, Steven, she basically asked Steven to promise to tell her if he fucking around with somebody else. I'm not lying. I mean, you know what? Let me not say I'm not lying. Let me not say I'm gonna tell her straight to her face that he is fucking with somebody else. Let me say this. If that's my brother, I'm lying for him. So at the end of the day, no, he don't mess with nobody. Even if I know he messing with somebody. It's not my place. So even if I was Steven, for her to be asking somebody to promise her that he ain't fucking with nobody else, man, you look crazy. You really look crazy. So no. He probably told her exactly what he wanted her to know or what he wanted her to hear, and he sent her about her way. Because that's exactly what the saint looked like to me. So Gabby, stop. And honestly, she just wanted to make sure he was out so she could try and grab that bread. And honestly, I would cut her off. Because if it was $150 at the taxes, that ain't nothing. And then she didn't already... I don't know how it was. I don't know if it was $150 at the taxes or whatever, because that would be the only way, in my mind, she could have took the $60 off top. Because if it was $150 before taxes, that ain't it. And she take it from him, and that ain't even how it's supposed to go. I thought it was supposed to be, she was supposed to be giving him money. Shit. But fuck it, all right, Gabby, I guess you the real player. She's talking about, I ain't never loved nobody, ever. You 26, I get it. You ain't never loved nobody. All right, cool. She's talking about, I really love him. All right, where's he, Gabby? I mean, we got a few more episodes. This is early into it. So where's he? All right, moving on. I feel like the next scene is probably Santiba and Chelsea again. Yes. So it's Santiba and Chelsea might be cool. Chelsea probably gonna get out and be cool, and they might end up on Love After Lockup because he only got possession with intent or possession for something like that. So he's an okay person probably. Just got probably caught up, you know, with a little package or something. So she packing up because, like I said, she was saying her goodbyes to a homegirl. She like, look, I'm about to go pick this nigga up. She ready. She like, all this virtual shit, over the phone shit. She like, nah, that's dead. She ready. So she packing her shit up. But what's funny is in the same scene, they got her doing her confessionals too. So she doing a confessional, woody, pack up, same time, and then she do a confessional. And while she doing her confessional, you know, she talking. And then, of course, her phone rang. And she like, oh, it's Chelsea. He calls.
Chelsea. It's Chelsea on the phone.
You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Chelsea.
Hi.
Hey, babe. What's going on?
Well, I talked to my case manager earlier today. He called me in his office and told me that there's been a problem with my paperwork. You know, I'm supposed to be getting out on the 16th, but it ain't looking good now.
So,
I don't know how long it's going to hold me up, but hopefully I'll have another date within the month. But right now, I'm still waiting.
so they're telling you that you may not be getting out?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you...
And tells her. He not getting out. First of all, he's supposed to be getting out the next day. He's supposed to be getting out the next day. He like, oh yeah, they messed up the paperwork, so I'm not getting out. And then it's gonna be a month before I get a new date. And then after that, I still gotta wait for the date. So, mind you, she done already rented a rental. She done already booked a flight. She done already got a hotel. And then they did all this shit was like open-ended. Cause she was like, she ain't know how long she was about to be down there. So all this shit open-ended. She ain't crazy. And now she stuck with all this. So of course she leave the confessional. She try to have a little private conversation. Of course the cameraman follow her and shit, being petty. So she up there on the bed talking, and then eventually the phone call just click off. She like, oh, I know what that mean. They on lockdown. She like, the phone only do that when they on lockdown. I said, okay. Boy, he ain't want to come up with no more lies to tell you about his fake release. So we gonna have to wait till next week to see what happened with that, because that's just crazy to me, man. She big hurt. Packed her little bag. She was on wheels. She was ready to go. All right, so the next scene and the final scene is Indy's mother and brother getting Indy to meet her and him at the crime scene. If y'all, first and foremost, if this girl is following a psychic, if she's living vicariously through a psychic, y'all think reenacting the scene for her is going to mean anything? No. She might at that point feel deeply, like even more deeply connected to the nigga. She's crazy.
I'm waiting for Andy to come, in the area where the crime took place.
Really crazy. Y'all driving around in a U-Haul, yes, because she done moved her life from Maryland to Ohio. So that's why y'all have that U-Haul. That's why y'all driving that. Looking crazy. Because y'all got her shit in there with nowhere to take it. So she pull up. They start reenacting it. She in the confessional getting mad. She like, I don't know why the fuck they doing this. And she straight up tell him like, I know the details of the crime. He told me. So y'all don't need to tell me. So they like, fuck it. The mother, of course, like I said, she a bounty hunter. She start getting aggressive with her. They start reenacting the shit. She, like I said, she's in the confessional. She like, I don't know why they doing it. She like, at this point, they pushing me around. So they take her from the outside. They get her down on the ground. They reenact that whole shit. Then they force her into the corner store and press her at the ATM. So they reenact that. Once they get back outside, she made a clean break.
I'm tired of this conversation and this narrative that y'all trying to paint. So if y'all want to do that, y'all can do it by yourself. I'm over it. Like, I'm
serious?
sick.
Are you serious?
Have fun by your
Are you serious? For real?
You know what? A lot of people get robbed. It's unfortunate. I got robbed before, so I know what it feels like. You don't have to recreate nothing for me.
Is that how you feel?
It's just like you're going through any lengths to get me to see your point of view, but I don't see it.
Move! Excuse me?
Move, Mom!
That's her car, and she was trying to get the fuck out of there, and she basically almost ran over her mother, y'all. And I feel like that's where it left her, and that's probably where it's gonna pick up, right there with the mother banging on the window talking about let me in. So that's Love During Lockup, y'all. Season 3, episode 65. The episode name is called Lost in Love. I'm sorry I was supposed to post this yesterday, but I was asleep. I'm gonna be honest. I was high, and then I was asleep. Now, upside is tonight you get power, so you might get a review of the Ghost Power Book 2 Season 2 finale. You may get that in the morning, as well as Power Book 4 Force premiere, which is the Tommy episode. So just look out for that, y'all. HighTimez out.